Hi guys, in this video I'd like to talk about how I feel about the entrepreneur course and what I've learned this whole semester. I love running businesses and I love cars. To combine those two together would be what I best do, and it's about me going back to my roots, going back to what I'm best at, going back to what I know most, and making that a business idea. I've made around 13 to 14,000 of just income from selling this stock. Everyone does things differently. The way I did mine was because I had such a big background in cars and like I knew so much about them. I'd be sitting on the internet reading about them day and night. It's 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 pretty much bread and butter for me. So I knew what people wanted, and in Australia, the scene is very expensive. Like people import parts and they mark up the price crazily. So I saw that gap, and I decided to jump in, sell a few car parts, and to be honest, it's been doing very well. Like I've learned so much on the way, and I just wish that I wouldn't have made so many like those few mistakes that I have done. Um, I've learned that by keeping your enemies closer is such a big important thing that I should learn how to do, because I'm really hot-headed and like it doesn't go well when I have to burn a bridge. Like I really want to start learning not to do that, as that's just burning down my connections. Even though I'm running this business, I don't feel like I'm just an ordinary businessman. Like I'm always trying to make things better, always trying to like bring my business to the next level where I am able to create a new product line, for example. Like that's where I'm heading. To be honest with you, I headed from $800. I put $800 into the business in the beginning, and now I have around $5,000 worth of stock. Um, it's been a huge year for me. Like, like I said in the previous video, like I'm doing this entrepreneurship program just for me to have more time to think about what I really want to do in the future. There's got to be better ideas than cars, because this is, for me, it's more like my part-time job. I have uni. This is way better than any part-time job could get me, and the number one is I love doing it. And to learn about entrepreneurship is the way I look at things. Like I see a lot of students, they talk about technology, 3D printing this, that, like a lot of things that you never think of. I've always thought of things that are more achievable for my amount of money that I had. So, for example, like my business, the car parts, that was really, like, it was a really easy step up for me. I've never really thought about pitching to someone else. Like, I've thought about like investors here and there for my next business or so. Like, I'm still unsure of my business in the future, but I knew like I had to have an investor involved. But I never thought of getting a random investor involved by pitching them an idea. So I believe that's a skill I really needed to develop on. I never had to do market research, but for example, like other products where it's really iffy, like my idea about the protein shakes and the skinny tea, like that's a really like on the edge market, because not many like healthy foods become successful. So that's where you really need to do your research and getting all that into the market. Like in my business that I'm currently running is a lot easier. Like I knew that area so well that I just like, no, look, I'm gonna buy 40. I'm gonna sell them, and I did. Like sometimes it's about having the balls to do something as well. Like a lot of people, why they aren't entrepreneurs is because they want a 9 to 5 working job. My stock, like when I first started, like I sold a lot, and like of course like it slows down and then you need to bring more products in, and you don't know if they're gonna sell either, so you just need to make that call, see if the market is ready, see if like people actually have it already, see how many people still want them, and then you just bring that product in. This is where the entrepreneurial side comes in, and it's about taking the risk and balancing the risk to see if you should do it or not. I obviously took the risk and it went well, but there were many hiccups on the way where, for example, I'll take you guys back to my garage. So back here is where I leave my stock, my current stock. This is the table, all my bubble wrap, all my stock is here. I don't have trouble thinking of business ideas, but with me, I always tend to limit myself to ideas where you have to limit my business ideas to which are achievable to me. You know, like for example, my zero offset business and all the stock over there, all the stuff my box of how much money I have to create that business. It's a lot more important to look outside that box, because there's so much technology going on these days. There's so much you can do with technology that I've never really looked into. Like, yes, that's not my expertise and all, but I really should start looking into those areas and seeing what I could be good at. Therefore, like, many more business ideas will come on board, you know. Also, I'd like to talk about how to bring an idea, a business product into the market, and how to make that a successful idea. You have to know the market really well. You need to know who your customers will be. Like, for example, my business, I know how many people will be needing it, what cars they are for, like how many of those people with those cars would be willing to buy the products. Like for example, I wouldn't buy car parts for a full drive, for example. Like a lot of car places do offer that variety, but because I'm starting up, I'd rather put all my money where it's buying the parts that I really need for my business, you know. Yeah. Hey guys, so this is my Wix website. It's still in the works, but I'm really happy I'm finally getting there. I